Well, hello and welcome back. We are continuing playing around with Spring Boot. Last time around, we got our server running. And what we're going to do this time is we're going to add a little bit of there. A couple things just to sort of be some cool stuff to add to us. We're going to go in here to, let's see where it's at. There we go, in ops. So we're going to go in ops and we're going to do the Spring Boot actuator. Actually, let's do the admin as well. But for right now, we're going to work on that. So we're going to come back in as we did before. Yes, we can take all of that. We're going to finish anyways. And then we're going to, there it's building. Let's see if it's going to work. I think we got all of our new stuff. And so now we should have, should see some new endpoints in here. Let's do a job. Let's do a Maven update just to be safe. It's always good. Make sure we get that. Rebuild it. Okay, so now we should be able to go to with our actuator. Whoop. If I can stop doing a drag and drop. Now if we go out to our 8080 port, I do actuator, then, whoops, wrong one. We want to do actuator / health, sorry. Oh, it doesn't like that. Okay, one of the things I did is I added DevTools and that blew this up a little bit. So pulling that back out, now when we run, we will note, which was something I was looking for, is we've got an extra actuator endpoint. And now we can do this and we can see some information about our site. So we can do like actuator health. It's not the most awesome, but we can see, hey, status is up. We can do shutdown. More importantly, like this, we can just do some stuff to get some very basic things about our site. And here's our endpoint. So we can see, health for a path, templated, blah, blah, blah. There you go. So, and it shows that you can also do a shutdown. Actuator shutdown, and actually it doesn't like that these days. Shutdown has to be from the properties though. So here, if I do management endpoint, whoa. You can see a bunch of these here. Endpoint dot shutdown. There's startup enabled. Here is shutdown enabled. Equals true. And then I'm going to see that I'm going to get this. That means I also need, well, let's put this here. Management dot endpoints. There we go, endpoints. Dot web dot exposure dot include health, info, shutdown. And let's just do, let's see if I've got endpoint health enabled, true. And let's do info, there we go. Whoops, just saw it. Info enabled equals true. All right, so now I should get something a little differently. So if we come in here, let's do, we did health. It should still give us the same thing. Should do info, which gives us nothing terribly useful. And if we do shutdown, boom, then we got an issue for that because it didn't like, oh, because it's a get Didn't like that. Which is okay. So just a few things there. Let's just go ahead and take that down. So we've got X-ray, which is a nice way for us, now that I've cleaned it up, is to at least have some things where we can actually check on our site periodically, whether it's something like this or whether it's just go with the health. Hope I typed it right. Yeah, and so you can see status up. So these are a few things just like built-ins that you can work with. So now let's dive in a little bit more. We did very, very basic controller and hello world sort of thing last time. This time around, you can get a little more complicated. So let's start with, let's create a new one. And get a little deeper into this. So this is going to be greet. And it's going to be greet. This time, we're going to actually give it something. So we're going to use a request param. And we're going to say, we're going to give them a name. So now you've got a request parameter name. It's going to be required. We're going to say not right now. And we're going to give it a default value. Default, if I can type right, which I'm really struggling with. And so our default value is going to be Sam. And let's see, so there, let's see, make sure I've got my things right here. So that's string name. Whoop. Model. Let's see if I can get those picked up. It is going to be the UI model. There we go. So I've got those loaded in. And I'm going to do model.attribute. Oh, sorry. Add attribute. And I'm going to take the name, I'm going to add it to the model, just because, and I'm going to return, I'm going to make it lowercase. Because now what it's going to do is it's going to go look for greetings.html. And it's going to look for that in source main resources templates. So what I need to do is create a new file. This is going to be greetings.html. And so now in here, what I can do, let me do my doc type. It's HTML. Get your basic HTML crap going here. Body. Title. This will be Spring Boot Greeting. And then in the body, I'm gonna do it in an H2. And now let me do this a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to do something very simple. Let's see. Greetings to $. It's going to be name. I'm just going to do it like that. Very, very simple. So now it's going to come in. It's just going to do a replace based on our model here. So we've got that name. If we run it, what did we call this? We called this greet. So if we come in here, run as a Spring Boot app. Oops. I've already got somebody running that, so let me kill that. Okay, let's try that again. Well, let's see. Okay, so now it should run. If we go to our local host, 8080, go check this sucker out. There we go. If we go to greet, then it's going to say greetings. Oh, because I probably didn't set that up right. Oh, here's our problem. This is going to be a straight, that was a rest. That one wasn't going to try to do anything. So now it's going to give us some really funky stuff because now it's going to try to do this stuff a little bit differently. So watch, we're just going to break the older ones. I don't need rest controller at all, actually. Yeah, we're just going to do this. So we're going to get rid of this is going to be, it's not that anymore. This is going to be a stereotype. We don't need that. Controller. Those things are going to be broken probably. It's not going to like those. But now, yep, let's go see. Oh, did we not stop it? We probably didn't rebuild it. Let's run it. There we go. And so now it's not sending across. So we're going to go figure out why it's not sending that. Now, if we do like just the slash, it's going to give us something. It's going to say you can't find it probably. Yep, can't find the page. So we're going to want to get rid of these. And now what we need to do is, let's see. Let's do system.out.println name. So first thing we do is come through here. Let's just do a greet. So if we do a normal one, we're going to get somewhere in here. Oh, we need a template. Which means we need this to be, this is actually an important piece, XML and namespace equals www.timeleaf.org. This should give us something a little bit better. Let's see if it's going to give us that this time. Stop. Run. Let's see what it's going to give us this time. Yep, so there's the name Sam. If I do name equals Bob, then I've got that coming through. So now what I need to do is on greetings, got it right, .html. Okay, so one of the things we need to do is we do need to make sure that we reload a page when we do it. That can cause us some problems. And so once we reload this sucker, then we do get greetings Bob, or if we don't send anything, greetings Sam. So now we've got very basic, we have a page. We can spit some information out to it based on what is sent. And we can actually, we've got a model now that we can work with within the page. So we're going to come back next time around and we're going to continue working on this. We're going to get a little more complicated. We're going to start adding some pages and stuff like that and see how it looks and sort of start building out a basic navigation for our app. But that's it for now. We've got Spring Boot. We've got something going on. We're using, instead of the REST controller that we had before that we could have used for for example, for an API or something like that, we have our actual controller, which is more of a web controller. And we'll just continue chugging along on this. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually give myself a second controller real quick. I'm going to do hello rest controller. And this guy instead, let's get rid of him. Let's get him back a little bit. Before we did the greet. Ooh, there we go. So if we take that, don't need that, don't save, because we don't want to break what we had. We're now going to go to the rest controller and do it like that. I'm going to call him hello rest controller. There we go. And so now, let's make sure we got that. We got hello controller. So now if we stop and start, we have two different controllers floating around depending on what we do. So greet works the same. Otherwise, we get our rest controller. So now we've got both running off the same. There we go. That being said, we'll get back to it next time. We're going to continue to add to our application. So go out there and have yourself a great day, a great week, and we will talk to you next time. Hello, this is Rob from Developreneur, Building Better Developers, and we have a mastermind class that will be starting, or actually several mastermind classes starting in 2024. Check us out at technologymastermind2024.com. We've got all the information you need, including some pricing, early bird discounts up to 50% off, but those are things that you're going to have to act soon. There is an application process, so go ahead and sign up today. Thanks a lot.